My 7 tips for finding your perfect home in Oxford. Buying a home in Oxford is incredibly exciting, although it can be stressful and overwhelming to make sure you found the right one. After all, it is the single largest purchase most people make in their entire lives, so it shouldn't be taken lightly. The last thing you want to do is hastily choose a home only to find out down the road that you've made a mistake. This can affect your mood and your mental well-being and can be a huge and expensive hassle to try and mitigate. Finding the right house to turn into your home and your sanctuary isn't an easy job. So before you start your search, consider these 7 tips on how to find the perfect home. Decide on your location first. You shouldn't even start looking for a new home until you've chosen which areas you will consider living in. Factoring in property prices, taxes, as well as other aspects that are important to you, including your commute to work, the proximity of the good schools, what type of properties are available in the area, what kind of activities are around, what kind of shopping and supermarkets are nearby, what kind of public transport is available. There's no point in looking in the right home in the wrong location. So be sure to be zeroing in on the areas you want to live in first. Make a list of your must-haves. It's important to decide what your perfect home actually means to you. And the best way to do this is with lists. Write a list of all of the aspects your home absolutely must have. Then all of the aspects that would be nice but aren't completely necessary, and you will be willing to compromise on. When looking at homes, you can then ensure that everything on your must-have list is checked off, and anything on your nice-to-have list is a bonus. If it comes down to comparing homes, you can see which ones check more boxes to help you decide. Plan for the long term. It can be tempting to purchase a property you think is good enough, especially if you're a first-time home buyer, just to get your foot in the property ladder. You may intend to move on after a few years. However, most people end up staying for many years, so it's crucial to consider that too. Moving is a major expense, both in terms of money and time. And once you feel settled, your plans to move may change. If you don't buy a home that is good for your future as well as the present, you could be making a decision that will bite you later on. To plan for the long term, make sure you find a home that you can grow into. Are there enough rooms? Is there a garden you can make your own? Do you have to walk up a lot of stairs? That might be fine at the moment, but with a pram or a pushchair, it may be difficult. Are there any changes you could make, like converting undeveloped space into something useful? These are the kinds of aspects you need to consider. Keep costs in mind. Of course, finding a home that's within your budget is vital because you don't want to overstretch yourself and cause financial strain. You should also keep other costs in mind, such as renovations. If you find a home you think will be perfect for a few changes, consider what those changes actually mean. Some may be superficial, like the wallpaper or paint color, but redoing flooring or changing the layout of the kitchen could be quite expensive. If you're unprepared for these costs, you might not be able to make the changes and will end up being very unhappy with your home. Find out everything you can about the property. Learning as much as possible can help you avoid any surprises and unexpected maintenance endeavors. Asking the right questions goes a long way because you want to find out more about the property's history. What kind of maintenance has been done recently? What may need fixing in the near future? And whether or not it's had trouble getting sold. Your estate agent should be upfront and forthcoming with this information. Do a home inspection. If you think you found your perfect home and are at the offer stage, consider getting a survey completed on the property before you sign any paperwork. A surveyor is a non-biased entity who will give you their own opinion on the property and uncover any fundamental issues, as well as advise you of the true value of the property. It's better to spend the money on a survey ahead of time rather than be blindsided by something in the future. Check the legalities. When it comes to purchasing your new home, you'll be dealing with a contract, and so will require a solicitor, conveyancer to avoid any headaches or hassles. They will carry out all the necessary searches on the property and make you aware of any important legal issues. For further helpful advice, feel free to reach out.